what happens most of the time is Taylor and I will sit down together to figure out like the groove to a riff or an arrangement to complement, you know, a vocal idea that I might have, you know, and you know, we're both drummers, you know.
Yeah, I kind of like his drum, like, for lack of a better word, like basically like when we started working on stuff for this record, we had the drum set up right here, and Dave sits up here, right there with a guitar, and I'm kind of like a drum machine in a sense, and we'll jam on something, or Dave will be like, ah, you know, maybe something like this, and this is how the riff goes, and so he can hear it and actually be in the room with it and kind of feel what it's going to be like a little bit.
Dave Grohl y Taylor Hawkins se conocieron en la década de los 90, cuando el primero recorría el mundo con su banda y el segundo era baterista de otros artistas. Desde un principio, Dave quedó sorprendido por las habilidades de su amigo en la batería, que le recordaban a su propio trabajo en Nirvana. Sin embargo, el músico no creía que Hawkins aceptara ser su baterista. En ese momento era parte de la banda de Alanis Morissette, quien era más popular y estaba en su cima comercial durante los 90. Por esto, cuando buscaron un nuevo baterista, no había pensado en él.
Yeah, I wonder, like, talk a little bit more about what it's like to be a drummer in a drummer's band.
There's a lot of good things about it because, you know, usually the drummer gets shit on. But I have a drummer as a boss or the leader of a band, and so he knows how that feels.
You know, people consider drummers to be like
Dum-dums.
the dum-dums in the band, you know? Where a lot of people don't realize, you know, good drummer, good band. Great drummer, great band.
Great drummer for rock and roll is, you know, it's groove and all that, but it's also energy. And
Yeah.
for this band, it is, you
Yeah.
know?
Fue el mismo Taylor quien se ofreció para ser el nuevo baterista de Foo Fighters. El 18 de marzo de 1997, el grupo anunció que el músico se unía como el nuevo miembro oficial de la banda.
Who were some of the great drummers in your mind?
Two best are John Bonham and Stuart Copeland
Yeah.
for rock and roll.
It depends on what you want or what you're into. Like, there's some drummers that are into like absolute perfection. They're just like perfect little drummers that do everything perfectly and, you know, and they're really, you know, and then you've got meat and potatoes dudes that are just like, rah, rah, rah. And then everything in between. So personally, it's like Taylor and I like different kinds of drummers, you know? He likes drummers that do things that are just like from another planet, you know? I like drummers that play like in the Gap Band or Cameo, you know, drummers that lay it down disco style. And so like, but you know, honestly, it's because I don't understand how a drummer could go like, like I don't even know
I still like them.
So
when we come up with drums for this band, though, I mean, essentially, really, it's truly, and this is another sounding cliche, but it really is just purely about how to make this song work and translate really good. And then there's like a few little spots to do some good drum fills and maybe, and you know, but the groove's it's gotta be the right groove for whatever the riff Dave wrote or whatever it is, you know.
How have you made it through 15 years? It's a long time to do one
you know how
thing.
we made it through 15 years? We never thought we'd make it through 15 years.
Yeah, and I don't think really world domination necessarily was ever our goal anyways. We're just making good records. That's kind of been the driving force. It sounds really cliche, but really, it really is to try and make the best record we've ever made and to try and play the best show we've ever played. And that's you know, I think that's why we're still around, you know?
Yeah.
Tras los duros años finales con Nirvana, Foo Fighters se convirtió en una luz de alegría para el músico Dave Grohl, en especial por su conexión con Hawkins, a quien describió como uno de sus amigos más importantes y un verdadero hermano. Taylor y yo somos como hermanos, los dos somos mejores amigos. Encuentras pocos mejores amigos en esta vida. Taylor y yo fuimos separados al nacer, aseguraba Dave sobre la fuerte conexión que había generado con Hawkins. Si te gustó este video, no te olvides de suscribirte a nuestro canal, activar la campanita, darle like y nos vemos en el próximo para más Data Rockera.